Well, hello there, and thank you for tuning in to the Shameless Sex Podcast. I'm Amy, sex educator, somatic sex and relationship coach, and sex shop owner.
And I'm April, VP of an international high-end pleasure product company and boss queen sex toy mogul. We're best friends who make our own rules about who we are as sexual beings.
With everything from how to be a badass in the bedroom, to pussy praising, to top tips for bringing your relationship to the next level, we have something just for you.
So sit back, relax,
And enjoy the show. Don't forget to head on over to our website at shamelesssex.com for more.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, y'all in listening land.
Listening land. So welcome back, everyone. This is actually part 2 of your sex questions answered from Amsterdam.
I don't know any Dutch, but I do know German. It's like eins, drei. So
Nine.
this is part 3. Not part
drei.
9.
not
9
four,
is no.
drei.
Part 3.
Part 3.
3.
Oh, we're not in Germany anymore.
I know.
I'm cool about that.
I know.
I like Amsterdam.
I know. We got funny story, but we didn't share it last podcast.
Oh, yeah. Funny story about
Well,
Germany.
We
got kicked out of the club,
Berlin.
yeah?
Well, wait, we didn't get kicked out. We didn't get let in. So we went to this club, which was pretty literally had all of this positive feedback about how amazing it's Alice in Wonderland in Berlin. And so we were all stoked. We had a group of 6 people. Amazing. Everyone is in the sex toy industry of some sort, amazing folks from the industry. And then my partner, who had just flown in from, California, trying to get into this club. And there's a line. It looked like...
At first, when you're outside, it looks like... First of all, this is a huge, big warehouse thing. It's like an old dog food factory or something.
Oh, yeah, it was a dog food factory.
And it's out in the middle of nowhere. And when you see the line outside, it's like, oh, it looks pretty bad, but it's not too bad. And then you look around the corner,
30 to 40
and
minutes.
it's hours long.
So we stood in this queue for 2 hours.
I was complaining a lot.
And I was like, we're going to get in. It's all
April
good.
was very determined. I was like, you guys, fuck this.
But we met someone from Greenland.
Yeah, I think that guy kind of fucked us up a little bit with his opinions. So he was telling us, this guy in line, there's all these young hipster kids. No, I think it's hipsters, but they all look pretty cool. And he was telling us that all these things, if you try to go in as a group, you won't get let in.
Yeah.
It's sometimes they just look at people and they don't let you in based on
And
your
Amy
look.
was like, what?
And I was like, I am not down for that shit. I am not down for people to based on people's looks, the way they're dressed, their age, their race, any of that shit. If in your exclusive club, I was like, I'm not stoked on this. And so we still fucking waited in this line
For 2 hours.
And what happened?
And they said we literally had to go out the exit door.
They took a look at us and said, "You out."
Yeah, out. He's like, "You group?" We're like, "Yeah."
No, I said no because I was told not to.
I know.
And maybe he said, "Okay, you this way," and it meant that we had to all go out.
But I think it makes for a great story.
It was a great story.
We had fun in the queue, and you know what? In the end,
and we got kicked out of a club, and we didn't even get let in.
No, we didn't.
It wasn't because we were too fucked up. It was because they just didn't think we were cool enough.
Yeah, we were dressed too nice.
We're dressed nice. We're American. We speak English. We probably just weren't cool enough. I don't know. Whatever.
But it was a funny story, and I like it because it's the first time it's ever happened. In general, I don't know. It's just totally a different mentality.
I mean, this happens at
cultural.
home all the time where people, but it's a different degree. There it was just harsh. So they're for no reason, they don't tell you why. They're just that way. And then this other guy opens the door and just slams it behind you, and you don't even know it. All of a sudden you're on the street and you're like, wait, what just happened?
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, if you're going to a club in Berlin, look up what to do because that stuff is a bit tricky, I have to say. It's a whole bunch of different rules and regulations.
I do not support their business or the cause. Exclusion.
Yeah.
I'm not down. I'm not down for your game.
I'm not. This wasn't a club that you think
It was supposed to be a festival,
kind of
inside.
hippie vibes, cool.
Hippies
open.
don't just choose people based on their. That's not the hippie way. As a quarter hippie.
A quarter hippie and a quarter.
I'm not having it in Berlin. Shame on you. Get your shit together. I just shamed you. Fuck you, Berlin. Just
No, Amy.
No, but I do feel very strongly that remember when we all got kicked down, we were kind of laughing about us, what the fuck? But there's one guy who looked pretty sad. And these people wait for 2 hours, only get told for we don't know why, but you're not cool enough to come in here. that will hurt some egos. Like that's fucked. That's just like that is not nice.
Yeah, rejection's weird.
Anyways,
So you learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, rejection. So anyways, that was Berlin. We're now in Amsterdam, and we are now answering more of your sex questions. Part 2 of sex questions that have been sent to us. We really appreciate your questions, and we hope that our answers are suitable for you. And we welcome your feedback and more questions along the way at, what is our email address? Shameless
Sex podcast at gmail.com.
Woo. So enjoy.
Enjoy.
Ciao for right this very moment. Don't leave anywhere.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Should we answer another question?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of questions here. Okay. Okay.
Let's do the question from B.
Okay. All right. So this is a question we got back in July, and sorry to the person that asked this because we saw it and then we were really busy.
We'll call
at the
her
time.
B.
We will call you B. Okay, B. Okay. So taking back consent partway through.
What's the subject?
So when during sex, sometimes if it's going to be on a long time, my mind gets out of it and I'm just waiting for him to come. I'm hoping to establish some kind of hand signal or something to be like, okay, I'm ready to wrap it up. Stop holding back now. Because maybe he is holding off from coming to last longer. The problem is I sort of mentioned this recently and I think he got offended. So maybe you guys have some tips on what to do there. My friend felt the same way about this topic. I find sometimes it's difficult to speak up during sex when you're in this, especially when you're the submissive person.
I have to say,
What you got?
I live this.
Yes, you do.
I do. Oh, shit. So for me, what I do in this situation, and everyone's different, you probably have totally. Because I get off when I'm a giver, like in a lot of situations. So I get off on when my partner is going to come. Like that turns me on to the point where I will come faster. Like I'm like, yes, I'm doing this for you. This is amazing. So I just ask, let me know when you're going to come or you're about to come. And that way I know, like, or even if it's building up. Now, to B's, obviously question, she kind of wanted to know, like, if there's a hand signal or something. For me, I'm just like the more I have an exchange with him, the kind of more I learn his body, the more he lets me know when he's going to come. I'm like, oh, so I know kind of like when he starts to thrust a certain way or whatever, it's going to happen. So then I get more excited. But I think just communicating, again, like, not just like, oh, be communicative, but actually like asking for that.
Yeah.
Like information is really helpful, at least in my situation. And I also do the same in return. When I'm going to come or like I'm getting there, I'm like, that feels really good. That's going to totally make things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And those conversations too. I mean, if this is someone that you've been sleeping with for a while and you want to bring up this thing that's been going on for a long time, but it feels a little scary or edgy to bring up because you're scared of hurting their feelings. Again, these conversations are really good to have outside of the bedroom when people are in good spirits and they don't have anywhere to be really quickly. And so you're just going for a walk down the street or you're sitting drinking your coffee together at the table and you ask for permission to bring up a conversation that is feeling really intense. So there's something I've been really thinking about that's really important to me. Is now a good time to talk to you about this, or maybe we can schedule a time? And so you give them the opportunity to decide if now is a good time. And if they say yes, okay, awesome. So that's when we've talked about this in past podcasts, speaking from I feel statements as well. And I think this is part of the consent thing that this person is referring to, that a lot of people are really fearful that it's not okay to press pause or say stop or to cut things short because your body is not wanting this anymore. And it isn't. And the thing is that people will take it as a rejection, but you're really not necessarily, you're not rejecting them. You're rejecting the thing. It's not about them as a person. It's about what's happening in your body not wanting it. And this person's also saying, by the way, they're saying, that their head, they lose presence. Their mind starts to wander and then they're not in it anymore. Right. And they're kind of ready for it to be over. So there's a couple options here. One, go have a conversation with them, a loving conversation with them outside of the bedroom and talk about this using I feel statements. Two is learn more practices on how to be present. So when your mind wanders and you're like, oh, well, I've wandered, I'm not here anymore, I'm not into it anymore, see if there's ways that you can be more present. Or what I've done in the past with my partner when I've lost presence, I've actually said, like during sex, like they're inside of me, and during it, I've looked at them and said, I'm not present right now. Can you bring me here and make me more present? And then they like spank me or something.
No one can make you
like,
do anything. You're like, hey, help me get there.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Can you assist me in getting back here into presence? And then they do something really hot and spicy and it brings me back. Or
spank me,
choke
me, bend me. Oh, it's that Amsterdam weed.
the herb. And then,
Mom, it's legal.
It's Amsterdam. She's dying. And then the last thing is to remember that it's your right to press pause or to stop or slow down or change things during sex. And we were again that fear of rejecting and ruining the moment. I don't want to ruin the moment.
One thing I can suggest from a person that like loves getting caught in the moment, like blah, 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 and when I feel like things are like getting like out of my beyond my like not I don't want to say control, but beyond me, I'm like, hey, focus on me. I'm gonna focus on you. Focus. Let's focus on each other. Be here. Let's be here now. Yeah. And kind of like checking in with it, like be there. Because I feel like sometimes, like it's almost like so about like you get in your head like, when is this going to be over? And I don't say that ever now. I never do that anymore. I used to do that with my ex-partners. Be like, oh my God, I hope they just finish now. I just want them to finish. Instead, now I'm like, this feels really fucking good. I'm like, oh, hey, I want to switch. You want to switch? Let's switch it up. Because like I really want to hit my G-spot. I just ask for it.
Yeah. Ask for what you want. And if you're also feeling like you want to stop having sex soon, then finding a way to voice that as well. And you remember we talk about our give them a cookie statements, right? So I love having sex with you, or like I love playing with you, and my pussy's getting kind of tired right now. Can we start to slow it down?
You've been pounding my pussy for a long time. I just need a water break.
That's what I've done. Yeah. Well, I usually actually say at some point, because that's usually what will happen if I'm starting to not want to have sex as long as my partner's wanting to have sex. I'll literally just say like, baby, my pussy's getting kind of tired. And that is not an attack on them. That is my body being like, hey, we've been moving around for a long time. And like, of course you can still work with that if I really had like the energy for it or whatever. And my partner doesn't take it personally. And if someone does, then you can let them know, like, this isn't about you. Again, I love playing with you and my pussy is just tired. Can we try something else? Can we slow it down? Can we just snuggle? Can we wrap it up?
I know. I get the BV scenario. I get all in my head about my BV smell.
Oh, yeah.
I've got like chronic BV, people. It's terrible.
BV is bacterial vaginosis, and it is one of those. It's like it's sexually transmitted, but it's not a disease,
right? It's like not. It's not contagious. It's literally bacteria that messes with your vaginal pH.
Sex.
And it's sexually induced, and not only from cum, but like it can be like a multitude of things. I've researched this because it's making me crazy. I always had a pH balanced pussy, but with age and hormones, and then different types of semen entering your body, or different types of bacterial, because bacteria is on everything. It just like it can really basically fuck with like your vaginal pH, and it makes me like really. It makes me like the smells.
Yeah, the symptoms are usually just a kind of a smell,
and mine's not like fishy. Like a lot of people talk about fishy. I have like this citrusy.
Yeah,
kind
or
of thing.
they have smelled like. I've smelled like when I've had it before. It's kind of like garlicky or Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
very interesting. And it would come out for me mostly when I was having sex, not like my normal everyday. But when I had it pretty bad and still didn't know it because there's not a lot of education about it, or there wasn't at that time. It was there kind of all the time for a little bit until I figured it out. And
now I have antibiotics, which it's like the gel antibiotic. But my point for bringing it up is like I get shameful. Like
you do, yeah. You shame yourself
on myself, and it changes my whole dynamic with my partner during
your ability to be present.
Well, and it does the whole time I'm thinking about that. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to smell. Oh my God, he's gonna smell. Oh my God, I smell. Oh no, and it's fucking hard. And so I've been trying to check in with that, and I'm like, hey, just want you to know, like I'm feeling this way about my pussy, and like I still love myself, but I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
I need some things.
She needs some things. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
I just saw someone in these apartments in Amsterdam. They're like wide open windows, and so we can see right in this other person's living room, not too far away. And they just walk by, and it kind of, there they are. They kind of freaked me out a little bit. Hey. Hello from Shameless Sex.
Hey, we're from Shameless Sex.
Oh, I think that was hopefully that was helpful to our friend B who we answered this question to. So thank you for your question.
Thank you for writing us.
Woo. Do you have one more? Was there one more?
There was one more, and I think this one is fairly easy.
I'm fairly happy.
And simple. This is from
wait, Chip, pass me the herb.
Mr. M. And I'm going to pass this to Amy. The subject is podcast number 19.
Ooh, what was that one? Alika. With,
yes.
The divine masculinity, divine masculinity.
So the question/comment. Hi, I found this podcast very helpful to me and enlightening. Alika's start of his sexuality sounded a lot like mine. It was good to hear there are other men out there like myself who gather pleasure by giving women the ultimate pleasure. My girlfriend of 2 years has expressed the daddy issues such as Amy's. I am new to this, but would like to hear more about that and how to proceed and enhance her fetish. Ooh. Signed off by Mr. M.
Hey, Mr. M. Can I call you daddy? That's fun. Okay, well, the daddy thing, yeah. So, I personally wouldn't call mine a fetish. I think that because
yours is like part of your core erotic theme.
Yeah. Well, though, I guess, sorry. I guess it could technically be a fetish. I mean, fetish is something that, like an outside, something that you kind of an alternative thing that you need, or not only need, but it enhances your pleasure or your arousal, right?
Turns you on.
So I can have a fetish for this couch as I touch this couch right here, and it could just kind of turn me on. Or there's fetishists who actually need that to get turned on, otherwise they don't get turned on. So there's different degrees of it. There's mild to more intensity. But anyways, for me, I guess that could be though, because it isn't something that I need to get turned on.
Fantasy, fetish.
And some people might decide that it's alternative, right? To like be playing into the dominant, submissive, whatever. But to me, it seems more like it just speaks more to like my core erotic theme, who I am as a core erotic being or as an erotic being. And I would say it's going to be different for everyone. So just because someone has daddy issues doesn't mean they want to play into the daddy little girl dynamic or the dominant submissive dynamic. And so what I would say is do that core erotic theme thing with your partner.
Practice, yeah.
Which is episode 2, right? Is asking for what you want.
I believe so, yes.
It's our most popular episode, actually.
It is.
Episode 2, because we reference it all the time. And figure out not only, you know that she has daddy issues and that she's wanting to kind of fulfill some of that, but what is the feeling that she desires in that? Is she wanting to feel, like me, it's taken care of? Is she wanting to feel cherished, adored?
I want to feel special.
Special, like April, who kind of has some light daddy issues too.
I'm the best, right?
You are the best. You're the best, little girl.
I got some daddy issues.
You get 2 gold stars.
Oh, yay.
You're the best.
5. I'm the best.
Okay, fine. You get 5.
Thanks.
So figuring that out and then having a conversation about it. So this is how you want to feel. What are some ways I can make you feel that way? And invite your partner to kind of come up with some ways, or you can work together, or you can offer some things. Well, what if I did this? How would that make you feel? So just kind of really doing your research and playing around with some ideas.
So what's an example of that? Like, what if I did?
So, I mean, okay, so for me.
What if I spanked you with a belt?
I I saw that last night. That looked painful. I'm not a pain slut. I'm just more of a sub. I'm just more submissive.
Okay.
So that's a little different. But good. So you're offering it to her. I would say, no, not really my thing. Thank you. I'm more into the power play. So there's more of an actual energetic exchange that is involved there. And there's like some light role play there, but I'm not big into like the extreme role play where I'm just a bad actress. It has to be fully authentic.
Right.
But yeah, just kind of playing with it, just offering some ideas and getting a feel for what someone's looking for. They might be into pain. They might not. They might be into dominance. They might not. They might be into rope or whatever, or just being held so that they feel like they're a little girl or a little boy or whatever. And it's a conversation. And so that was my long-winded version of just because someone has daddy issues doesn't mean they're going to want to play the same way I, as Amy, wants to play. And that there's so many things on the table. It's a conversation
So
piece.
it'd be something they need to kind of explore with Mr. M. Needs to kind of
You can
ask
open
his
up the
partner.
conversation, and if I was your partner, I think that was really sexy that you were like, hey, I want to please you even more in an even bigger way, and I'd like to learn with you on what it is that looks like. And again, there was they can describe it to you, or you can come up with some things together, or you can suggest some things and figure out what sounds good to them. Or go take a class or a workshop or whatever. But I think the more important piece is figure out exactly how they want to feel, and then how are some ways that you can give that to them. And there's the sky is the limit. It's possibilities are endless once you know how they want to feel.
Speaking from your heart is really helpful.
Yes.
Being like, I love you. I want to please you. I want to turn you on. What would you like?
What are some ways
and
that
if,
I can
And if
do
it's
that?
hard for you, if someone's asking you that, your partner's asking you, come up with something small. I really like when...
You pull anal beads out of my ass and stage in front of everyone.
Yes. Or
yes.
when you dress up as Wonder Woman and come out and you're like...
Yes, that was
Or
good.
I really love when you tell me I'm special. I've said, and I am a person that really has problems asking for what I want. I'm learning because I love to ask what other people want and to please them. But I'm like, hey, when people ask, what do you like? What do you want? I'm like, pressure.
Pressure.
You're gonna think I'm weird? You're gonna think I'm weird? Oh my God.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
what kind of porn did you
God.
watch? I don't know. Maybe some threesome things.
Some threesome things.
So it's important to just kind of start small. Start with a small thing with what you like. I like when I get fed grapes and wine at the same time in bed, and you tell me I'm special.
You're special, Chip.
Thanks.
I'll feed you.
I'm so
grapes.
turned on.
She's not really turned on. Better get ready for that sex show.
Oh yeah, I know. This was super fun. I know we were kind of stoned.
I don't feel that stoned. I
I'm
just
kinda
lost my train of
stoned.
thought once. But otherwise, I feel like maybe when we listen, we'll be like, "What the fuck?"
What happened?
No.
And we're gonna be away from each other for quite some time because.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to see you at the end of like the 29th, and
But
then
we have some really exciting podcasts coming up too. There's like so many different topics that are going to be covered. We've got a ton of cool guest speakers. I think there's like at least 3 on our repertoire, like educational, awesome, like some fertility specialists, pelvic floor
I'm
specialists.
excited about that.
There's like a lot of, and some other like tantric folks. And there's some really cool stuff that's coming up. We love all of you. And you know what? Tuning in from Amsterdam. We'll be in Santa Cruz again next week. Well, no, 2 weeks. I get back in like 2 weeks.
You get back in 2 weeks.
Wait, I get back on the 25th of October.
What day is it? Like the 18th?
It's a Wednesday.
Oh
yeah.
no, it's like the 16th. I don't even know what date it is. I go
It's
home
like a
tomorrow.
week away.
Yeah.
You go home
It's been a
tomorrow.
long trip on the road. The road life.
No, selling sex toys, spreading. I have to go to Moscow and talk about sex toys next year.
I
which
know
is
you
gonna
were
be
trying
cool.
to sell Uber Lube on taking me to Moscow.
I know. They were like, what? I'm like, Russians
I don't know.
love
Maybe
lube.
I'm a quarter Russian.
I
so-
know. That's be
Russian
perfect.
Polish.
Seriously, y'all, though, out there in the listening land, thank you for tuning in. We really, really value our listeners and your questions and your support. And we do this as a passion project on our spare time, literally, while we're sitting around having our normal talks with each other. And yeah, we really do. We love you all. So thank you. And tune in next week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Ciao for now.
Don't forget to head on over to our website at shamelesssex.com for more. And for 15% off of some of our favorite sex toys, use coupon code SHAMELESSPP in all caps at purepleasureshop.com.